Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. How dumb can you be to accept this proposition? We are going to raise your income tax in order to support Ukraine. Let's say, as an American citizen, let's say the government tells you, hey, Johnny, we're going to raise your income tax from, 6% to 20%. Because we have to help Ukraine. What would you do? If you say yes, then you're dumb as a rock. Why? Do it if you want. But don't make me do it. Don't have me do it. Don't impose that on me. Now, well, we have a clear push for that in no other country than the one that used to be great, and that is Germany. Not anymore. Germany turned into a self-hatred nation, but they have this self-hatred because it was imposed on them. It was not that just realized one day. This shaming every day, the guilt building, was built by some groups within Germany, and somehow they always shamed and told the Germans, remember. When are you guys in Germany going to say, remember what? Why don't you get the fuck out? When are you going to say that? Well, when you're going to say that, maybe there's going to be the beginning of your independence. Until then, you're going to be physically and morally, psychologically disarmed and incarcerated. That's what you are. Germany is just an occupied country. Politically, militarily, socially, educationally, it's just, that's the way it is, my friends. You've been conditioned to hate yourselves. But if you look back, you haven't done anything. You have not done anything wrong. There were some people, as in any other country on this planet. Did they do something worse? Still, is it you? No. Why would you care? Can you stop this self-flagellation for nothing that you have done? This is collective punishment. This is generational punishment. I find that very interesting because it's a teaching somewhere in a little book that really uses that a lot. Can you guess which one that is? Yeah, that's exactly that one. I suppose you gotta read it using today's mentality, not the shepherd mentality or goat herder mentality from 2,500 years ago or so. So wake up and come back to our civilization. Okay, maybe to our gods as well, if you choose to. If you choose to believe in something outside of yourself that way, you should just take your ancestors' gods, not some economic advisor to German governments proposes raising income tax to help Ukraine. Now that guy, in a real world, and that would have been not too many decades ago, when we still had spirit and the soul of our nations, our ancestors, our tribes would still be intact. That guy would have been just publicly displayed, cold. I just have a gut feeling that would have been the practice then. But nowadays, he's an economic advisor. And he teaches you that you should pay for someone else. Why? Because you're bad. What other argument are they going to bring than a moral argument? You're bad if you don't do that. And you fall for it. I guarantee you that. Germany will fall for it. Berlin, Monika Schnitzel. Nyam, nyam, nyam. And I will look who Monika Schnitzel is. The chairwoman of the German Council of Economic Experts. She's an expert. The chairwoman, advising the country's government on Saturday, proposed increasing income tax across Germany to ensure greater military support of Ukraine due to the paucity of new commitments by the United States. Remember, this is from Sputnik, so they're gonna put their little connections over there. And I'm quoting, special events require special measures. Yes, like you being taken out of the city and sent to wherever you don't belong. A possible response to this challenge could be a Ukraine solidarity surcharge to the income tax for military aid. Schnitzel, yum, 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 said in an interview with the Rheinische Post newspaper. German economy minister and vice chancellor Robert Habeck, probably they jumped right on it, said earlier this week that Berlin should be prepared to take one more responsibility and increase spending in light of weakening Western support for Ukraine. Well, why don't you look at this thing that I just covered in a video before this one. German property prices plummet as housing bubble burst. And you have this one right here, dealing with the same thing. German home prices tumble amid property rout. And you are told that you should just, property taxes, income, and raised. So again, if you guys put up with this shit, you're really dumb. Really dumb, or really like sheep, like goats. I don't know how to say. I mean, really. I mean, you can do it voluntarily if you want, but don't impose that and make it like an income tax. To help the what? The military? What does it mean? The contractors. So you're going to be taxed to make sure that a private company will make money. Do you understand what it is? You're going to be taxed for a private company to make money for a voodoo child over there, to use Jimi Hendrix's song, for a, boogeyman over there. Do you understand? Who's going to profit? The private company. Are you talking about fascism? Or something like that? That, fascist government is what? The big business together with the political system and supposedly with a little flavor of nationalism. Well, you don't have nationalism. You're done. Maybe you have nationalism, allegiance for other countries, everyone else but your country. But definitely with this one, it's just a connection between the private companies and your political system. What is going on here? It's like tomorrow they will tax us for the environment, and they will do that for global warming in order to pay for the battery-owned, battery-ran vehicles. So they'll say, we're going to combat the pollution and global warming, which is garbage, all this. Right? That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to have my opinion and be a denier how much I want. Okay, that's how they call you. You're a denier. If you don't, again, shame you, blame you, and make guilt. You're guilty of something. Fuck off. I don't have any guilt of any kind. All right. Anyway, they try. So, and then what you do, we're going to tax you to give the what? Give incentives. Now they start with incentives to the battery operated cars, which, they help the environment as much as an old, how do you call that? Train, how do you call it? Locomotive. Yeah, that's one. It's unbelievable. These guys with lithium. How do you produce lithium? What tires will it have? Will it have the same rubber tires that are made out of fossil fuel? It's unfucking believable. Are you going to have asphalt? Or are you going to just drive on the fields? Or you can't drive on the fields because you destroy the water and you destroy the dust. You create dust bowl. You're going to go back into the 1929. Dust bowls are coming over. Jesus Christ, man. These guys are working day and night, making you be afraid. That's how they work. Be afraid. And based on that, weasel as you are, and the idiot, the retarded, the ignorant that you are, they can tell you whatever they want. You don't even know. Like the COVID. They told you all kind of shit. People believed it because they didn't know shit. They didn't know shit. They didn't know shit, man. And wear those masks. Oh yeah, wear those masks. How is the air coming in? Through here, through there, through here. But the particles will not come through. Microscopic particles, I'm telling you. But hey, we have 1/3 of our adult population in the United States is educated with a college degree. But they know everything. They know anything? No. Why? Because they got the bar so low in graduating that 1/3 is educated. I have a diploma, I'm educated. Open your mouth, let's see. Anyway, my friends, here it is. Good job, Germans. I'm guaranteeing you, I'm 99%, I don't like to say 100, 99%, that when the government will impose that tax on you guys, you will say nothing. You will have a few extremist people, how do you call it, riling and protesting that, and then that's it. And that's it, man. You're gonna go work harder. Because that's the way you were conditioned. And if you try to be a little bit of a maverick, they immediately will shame you with a Second World War. Idiots. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Not all of you, but enough to have 40% of a society being enough. 40% of a society dictates what the country is doing, because the 40% of society will be always turned left or right the easiest way. And they will be the ones that are going to be at the voting booth, the first ones. And they know the least one. And I'm not talking about university professor, which I'm not very fond of. Why? Because I rubbed shoulders with them. And I knew how much they know outside of their little bracket of knowledge that they should know. Well, they read 62 books. That's what they did. That's what you do for a PhD. 62 books. So if you read 63 books, you have more than a PhD. Remember, just reading something doesn't mean that you understand it. And you have two that work with you for the project. I don't want to get in that one with the PhDs and all that. Open your mouth, see how much you know and how you think. That's the most important thing. How you process the information and you reach conclusions. That's more important than, let me tell you, this is formed for this and has this quantity and this is... Okay, you just parrot some memory, basic level of intelligence. That's cognitive. That's it. That's all you have. Okay, but let's say I put this in this situation, in that situation, what do you come up with? Ich weiß ich nicht. I don't know. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. Look for the truth and be just.